Mom meant nothing to you, then why'd you have me?
What I said about Andressa wasn't true. I was stupid and desperate, and I didn't want to hurt Debbie any more than I already had. Andressa saved my life. They showed me there might be a way back if I tried hard enough. I know going to Thraxa was a mistake now, but you were not a mistake, and neither was my time with Andressa. You deserve to be angry at me. I've failed you in every way a parent shouldn't, and I know that fixing that, if I even can, will take time.
Tell me about my mom.
Nolan redemption arc starts now. He's already taken the first steps. I told you, winning Oliver, regaining his trust is the first step. And what better time to do it while in the middle of a war when everything's on the line? Before we talk about their bonding and all that, blah blah blah, we gotta talk about the really good drama, messy stuff first. I knew it. I told you that man Oliver heard everything. I knew that was gonna bite Nolan, and he's gonna regret those words one of these episodes.
I heard you that night at home with Mom.
What are you talking about?
You said you didn't love my other mom, my real mom, that she was a mistake.
I didn't mean for you to hear that.
Am I a mistake too?
That's not what
I wanted to be just like you, like Omni-Man. But then you came home to find Mark and didn't even bother to see me. You don't care about me. Never did.
You're right, Oliver. I haven't been a father to you, but I'm trying to do better, to be a better person. It's harder than I thought.
Stating that his mom was a mistake, basically implying that he was a mistake. I had a feeling Oliver heard it, because there's no way it's like, oh, my father didn't see me, blah blah blah, you only care about Mark. Like, yeah, that's part of it, but come on, man. Oliver is growing up, but like, he's almost a grown man now. Like, he might have a little bit of daddy issues, but you know, it was deeper, it was cutting deep. One thing I will say, after Oliver confronted Nolan about this low-key confirms that like Nolan was just saying anything to like get Debbie back. He was just saying whatever calculation that ran through his mind that could best like increase his chances of getting his wife back. It was just one of those moments where he wasn't really thinking. He was just like saying whatever he was feeling in that very moment. And one thing I have to give Nolan credit for is at least he didn't lie to Oliver. Like, he was honest and he was just open about his flaws, about he doesn't really understand or know how to be a proper father. So that's one thing I have to like respect about Nolan in this current point in time. He's not like acting like everything he's doing is right or that he knows what he's doing. Like, he's accepting the fact that this is all new to him and he's just trying to figure it out along the way the best he can. Like, bro is really just testing and learning, like trial and error. And it makes sense too. Like, he was stuck with Oliver for like 2 months. You might as well like, oh shit, this didn't work, let me try something else. He was like, oh, let me just throw some bait in there about your mother. Oliver denied that real quick the first time. And you know what Nolan learned? Sometimes you just gotta let time do its thing. Just be patient. Time forgives all. Well, unless you like traumatize the person, then I don't know about that. Like, you know, especially with people on Earth, like once trauma is involved, then I don't know if time can heal that. But when it comes to like Oliver, like really it's just like abandonment and like not really having much time with his mother and then not having much time with his father, like that he could recover from. The one thing I will say is, like, as I was watching the montage with Nolan and Oliver, it just reminded me of Goku and Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like, did it not give you that type of vibe? Like, especially since Oliver is like teen Oliver at this point in time, and it's just like them two training in like a empty environment. Like, it literally gave me that type of vibe. I don't know if anyone else felt that. You let me know in the comment section if you see what I'm going, like you see the familiarities of it. But I feel like at the same time, when Nolan was telling Oliver it's time to train, like low-key he was telling Oliver like, yo, like I might be going against the Voltrum Empire, but we still need to put you through that adult ritual. Like, you know, it's still time to go through that Voltrumite ritual and see if you could really like hang on your own and fight in this war, which I'm glad this happened because, oh my God, like, especially after what was happening in the fight against Conquest, I was like, yo, Oliver needs like drastic improvements, or like there's no way he could like make it through in this war, especially if he has to like 1v1 and take out a Viltrumite by himself while Nolan and Mark is also handling some other Viltrumites that they can't get off their backs, right? So I would like to see the results of this training. Like, we've seen that he got some few hits here and there on Nolan. I mean, he's still getting older. We see that he also grew a little bit of mustache, you know, a little something, some puberty stuff going on. But this little montage, we'll see if this is what makes the difference with how Oliver makes his impact in the war. Because we already know what Nolan and Mark brings to the table. Like, speaking of Mark, like bearded Mark, post death Mark, post plot armor regeneration Mark, like that man is focused. Like, I don't know what it is, but it feels like his battle IQ increased. Like, he feels like a Saiyan where his power level just went up. Because I don't know if you noticed, but it felt like the battle in the end of the episode, it seems like he just knew exactly what to do. Like, every point in time, every moment. Like, his IQ just seemed like it just went crazy high. It just went higher than normal. Because I feel like Earthmark wouldn't just think of, oh yeah, let's destroy their ship right away, or like so quick to take action. I don't know if it's just me, but it just feels different. Like, this Mark feels a little bit different. Like, he got a Zenkai boost, or them 2 months in his dreams, he was like seeing the worst case scenario, training in his dream. I don't know what he was seeing in his dreams. But whatever it is, I'm fucking with bearded Mark. Like, that's the new wave. If that's what it takes to gain wisdom, then keep the beard, bro. And now, since Nolan gained the trust of Oliver again, what's the next step? How does Mark currently feel about his father? That's the next step, obviously, and that's gonna be so weird. Will Nolan be able to gain Mark's trust by the end of this war, to the point of like Oliver trusting him again? Because that's the next step. Like, if he truly wants his wife back, he has to get his kids back first. It's the only way. And before, I was stating how it's hard to predict what Oliver's feeling about his father, which obviously now is not that hard anymore, especially after this episode. But it's even harder to predict how Mark is feeling about his father and where he stands, and what would it take for Nolan to truly get that bond that he desires again. But I believe in Nolan. Redemption arc Nolan. He's gonna pull it off. I swear to you guys. He's gonna pull off one of the greatest redemption arcs ever. Because if he does pull it off, it is one of the greatest redemption arcs of all time. At least that I've ever seen. Especially if he could get his wife back. Yeah, it's literally gonna be the greatest of all time. Like, you traumatize a person so bad, and yet you still able to win them over. Like, especially if they're also healing and recovering as they're with somebody else too. Like, yeah, greatest redemption arc if he pulls this off. But like I said in every video, I still believe in Nolan. He's gonna pull it off. He's destined to. And this was the first step. So yeah, you let me know in the comment section what you think about Nolan's redemption arc so far. How you feel about his bonding and his relationship with Oliver in this episode. Did he handle it very well in terms of expressing himself, being open about his emotions, not lying to him? That was a great start. Do you think it's possible that Nolan can continue this redemption arc and have a bond with Mark like he did with him in season 1? Can that type of bond come back? Because that's going to be very tricky. Way trickier than Oliver. Because just like Debbie said, like, they trusted him for so many years, like decades. And just for him to do what he did in season 1, like, you can't just come back from that in like 2 months, you know? So I think Nolan is going to need a different approach to really gain the trust of Mark again. But I don't know where Mark stands right now. That's really the tough part. Like, yes, he's fighting by his father's side, but there hasn't really been too many conversations as of yet to really determine where things stand in their relationship. So we'll see. You let me know if you think it's redeemable between Mark and Nolan's relationship, and if it could be redeemed by the end of this season. So yeah, let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.